You don't want to be cold.
I
I'm gonna
pledge
be cold.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, there's two you can share.
Roll call, please.
You want to do it? Like, you put.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilman Wareham.
Here.
And Councilwoman Noack.
Here.
Sitting as a Board of Water Commissioners, the Board of Water Commissioners approved the minutes of Thursday, June 19th.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Okay, that meeting is closed and will reconvene as a town board. Okay. Under correspondence, we have a second reading for Hop Park High School Parade, Hop Park School 5K Run. First reading for Smithtown High School East Homecoming Parade. We have a building department report, which is on file with the clerk. And the first reading for Smithtown West High School Homecoming Parade. Anybody wish to be heard for, against?
Number 6, Supervisor.
Okay. Say that again?
Number 6, the Comac Homecoming.
Oh, I'm sorry, and the first reading for the Comac High School Homecoming Parade. We'll move on. The town board to authorize the clerk to advertise the following bids. A bid for a 4x4 truck with dump body chassis to be returnable on July 31st.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes, town board to award the following bids. A bid for standby generators and at stormwater pumping stations to Eldor Contracting, and authorize the supervisor to sign the agreement. Bid number 14039 for floor and roof drain modifications at the Smithtown Highway Yard to PSI Industries. That's it.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes. Town board to authorize the clerk to advertise for the following requests for proposals to be returned at Town Hall on August 14th. Our request for a proposal for administrative services for the operation of the town's Section 8 Rental Assistance Program.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Town board has to do deliberation and study in the following matters. That no environmental impact statement is necessary for site plan approved by North Fork Management and Maintenance. The town board's own motion to accept the transfer of a parcel of property on Clubhouse Lane. A change of zone petition by Edward and Patricia Martella, dated July 9th, 2014.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes. Town board have to do study and deliberation on the subject record to issue a negative declaration in the matter of a change of zone petition. Positive, I'm positive. It's a very important word. Positive determination for change of zone petition by Kings Park Estates for KPE2 LLC for the reasons as stated in the memorandum from Howard Barton.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes, town board to approve the following minutes approval of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2014.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareham.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes. Pursuant to the public hearing held by the town board on May 22nd, will approve the considered town's entry onto certain real property located at 310 Southern Boulevard, reputedly owned by Anna Lechner et al. And trust for Lily Kutsoftis for the purpose of remediating or removing the unsafe conditions thereat, which have been designated as unsafe in accordance with the Unsafe Buildings Code of the town. And the town board hereby declares said site in violation of the Chapter 112-25A of the code, and further determines that the reputed owner of the property, Anna Lechner, or the trust, Lee Kutafis, has failed to remediate said unsafe structure.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes, extension of agreement with L.K. McLean, continued service of Bracken Margolin Misunder, Town Board to elect participation in New York State Public Employees Retiree Long-Term Care Insurance Program. Town clerk to issue parade run walk permit, Top Park School. Town clerk to issue parade walk permit, Top Park High School. Town attorney or appropriate official to enter in stipulation of settlement and agreement on various tax certiorari matters. Two employees, Joseph Tamborski and Christine Hilburn of the State University of New York at Stony Brook, to have access to town of Smithtown property located at Long Beach and Calians Beach for the purpose of installing and monitoring 4 groundwater sampling wells at each of the subjects. To the execution of hold harmless agreements on form approved by the town attorney. Expand the agreement between the town of Smithtown and the Smithtown Administrators Guild to temporary employment of part-time Assistant Director of Public Safety to June 21st, 2015, on a form approved by the town attorney. Town Board to further authorize an amended rate of $34.50 per hour, effective July 1st. K, the addition of Community National Bank as an official depository of the town for the fiscal year 2014. Update of the town of Smithtown's investment policy. Laura Fighton, Assistant Civil Engineer, to serve on the Long Island Geographic Information System Steering Committee. The town clerk to publish a public notice regarding proposed locations for the installation of curb cuts for accessibility for the disabled. Town Board to approve serial bonds in the amount of $450,000 for building improvements. That would be a 25-year bond. Town of Smithtown to purchase real property designated as Suffolk County Tax Map 0800.07504 from Joseph M. Rossio and Karen Rossio in the amount of $1,000.
1,600.
1,600, I'm sorry. Transfer of density flow rights from town-owned property identified on the Suffolk County Tax Map as 0800-1785-2 in the town's density flow rights bank pursuant to Chapter 323 of the Code. Senior Citizens Department to lease a copy from Toshiba Business Solutions and authorize the supervisor to sign the agreement. Modification of the Community Development Program budget year 39 to transfer $45,000 from CD 39-1 and $20,000 from CD 39-4 sidewalk accessibility as per the agenda item. Extend agreement to retain the services of Nelson Pope as design consultant for emergency vehicle preemption of traffic signals in the town. And that's it.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes.
And number 7, Town Board to authorize the acceptance of the following escrow in the amount of $4,000 to Planning Department from Lessings, Inc., as per the printed agenda.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yeah, the town board authorized the controller to execute the following. There's a list of all transfers for different accounts for accruals, and that's 8A through T of the printed agenda, and they're all transfers for different.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes.
Number 9, the town board authorized supervisor to execute the form approved by the town attorney. Term extension of amendment of agreement with Kings Park's Central School District, third-party collateral agreement. C, agreement with Verse regarding professional services for development and implementation of incident management system. And D, agreement with New York State Office for People with Developmental Disabilities.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes.
All right, number 10, the town board to approve settlement for the following matters for A, B, C, and D for the amounts of $2,445.70, $412.87, $95.84, and $276.73.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes.
Number 11A, Town Board to authorize the release of the following Suffolk County National Bank check number 1128726 in the amount of $1,200 posted and guaranteed for landscaping.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
Under Personnel, the Town Board to approve the following personnel matters as per 12A through W. It's a temporary town appointment, volunteer appointment, provisional full-time appointment, a part-time appointment, termination, salary change, seasonal appointment, change of title, a promotion, seasonal appointments, change of title and salary, a part-time appointment, volunteer services acceptance, seasonal appointments, change in salary for lifeguard, salary change for another lifeguard, a promotion, seasonal appointment, seasonal appointments for recreation department, seasonal appointment for parks attendants, and part-time appointment, and medical leave of absence.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes.
Under traffic, number 13, you want to do more?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Under traffic, number 13, the town board to authorize the amendment to the Uniform Traffic Code to authorize the Traffic Safety Department to install and maintain the necessary signs as per 13A through J scheduled parking and standing as per the printed agenda.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, I have 3 additional resolutions. Transfer from account contingency in the amount of $50,000 and transfer to account A9950 capital projects in the amount of $50,000.
You want them separate or together?
Well, they were separate
Okay,
resolutions.
all right. Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Oh, we can
Councilman
do that.
Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes. Town board to approve the sale of surplus equipment from the municipal services facility in the amount of $6,575.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes. Town board to approve the retention of the services of Michael Haberman Associates with regard to the certiorari matter of Heartland Associates against the assessor of the town of Smithtown.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, town board to approve the retention of services of Bracken, McGowan, and Basunder as outside counsel in various tax certiorari matters.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, we have not done the site plan.
You have a couple of people to speak.
I have to do the site plans.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, town board to approve the waiver of Smithtown Nissan for waiver of condition 4 of their approval dated February 10th, 2010.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes. And also to conditionally approve site plan 1407 by VEA 181st Realty for the demolition of 94 West Main Street, demolition of 96 West Main Street, and demolition of 102 West Main Street at the 2-story lumberyard building and accessory structures.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, and town board also to approve the minutes of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2014.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman Warehime?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes. Who wishes to be heard? Patricia McGovern.
Good afternoon. My name is Patricia McGovern. It was certainly very disappointing to our community to hear that the board voted in favor of not closing Montclair Avenue. Now that the shortcut will remain open, the safety and traffic issues for our community continue. Car and motorcycle races with speeds in excess of 60+ from Montclair to Rutherford, and an increase in the return of highway trucks. Car dealership test drives are still going strong, and although having the dealerships use an alternate route for their test drives has been discussed many times in the past, to date, no affirmative action has been taken. Mitch Crowley's recommendation for Montclair was to state that the town could consider a traffic calming chicane and to send the speed data analysis to the 4th precinct to enforce the town's speed limit. Has the chicane been used effectively anywhere in Smithtown successfully with speeding issues? Sounds more like an added addition for the speedway and motorcycle fans. If Mr. Crowley had shown any interest with this issue or had attended a board meeting, he would have known that we had met personally with Deputy Inspector Armando Valencia, and that although promised more patrol presence, they cannot be here all the time. And just by the nature of the road, a phrase Mr. Crowley uses quite often, there is always going to be speeding. It is apparent that Mr. Crowley has become complacent and unconcerned with the traffic and safety issues in our residential neighborhood, and feels that the traffic counts in Arlington, Montclair, and Jefferson are reasonable for these cut-through streets. Well, what about the collateral damage residential community of 80-plus families where Rutherford provides the only access between Montclair and Arlington? A residential 5-block area that sees 1,300 vehicles a day, while other local feeder streets such as Ketchum and Orchard see approximately 300. With average speeds of 40-plus, there continues to be the dangers of a serious accident or fatality. Instead of being able to enjoy our neighborhood and feel safe, we are reluctant to walk or bicycle ride with our children. Mr. Crowley's response to speeding concerns is we're having speeding issues on many roads in the town of Smithtown. It's not abnormal. And to the truck traffic issue, which includes large, loud commercial vehicles loaded with building materials, sand, dust, and oil, or dealership car transport spewing dust and diesel fumes, was just by the nature of the road, you're going to get some truck traffic on it. But 5 to 8% is not outlandish. The only thing outlandish is Mr. Crowley finding it acceptable that the Rutherford residential community, which sees all truck traffic from Montclair, and using his percentages, sees 75 to 120 trucks a day, with a greater increase when the yard starts accepting residential construction debris. I would like to know of any Smithtown residential community who would want to see this volume of truck and traffic and consider it reasonable. With remarks such as these, along with the fact he is unresponsive to calls or emails, Mr. Crowley has lost all credibility that he is capable of being effective in his position. We are tired of hearing what can't be done, and it's time for the board to step up and do something tangible for the safety and way of life for our families. Some other viable suggestions from the community are making Rutherford a one-way heading south towards Middle Country, which would at least decrease the amount of traffic coming into our neighborhood. Speed bumps or humps or speed grading on Rutherford going in both directions to slow traffic down to the speed limit. Traffic monitoring devices with cameras which would enable summonses to be issued, or using a combination of traffic easing measures to achieve positive results. With the data analysis of the traffic count and vehicle speeds available, we request the board to make this issue a priority. While considering the best options for Montclair, we would also request the immediate placement of stop signs on Rutherford, going in both directions, either on St. James Avenue or Jackson Avenue, so that traffic traveling back and forth from Arlington or Montclair and Rutherford will not be able to reach such high speeds and be forced to slow down for the stop sign. This, at the very least, would be a first positive step in letting the community know the board is listening to our concerns and are sincere in wanting to do what is best for our families. Thank you.
So, where did you say the stop signs would go?
Either on St. James Avenue South, perhaps, or Jackson Avenue, which happens to be the midway point between Arlington and Montclair, right?
Okay, well, Mr. McCarthy's taking those. I'm sure he's going to discuss that with Mr. Crowley tomorrow, and we'll see if we can implement that.
We'd appreciate that.
If we can. You know, traffic engineers go by a book, and they just don't want to do things that are contrary to what is the norm of safety regulations.
Right.
So if he thinks we can do that, there's no problem for the town board to say do it, but we don't want to be contrary to traffic laws and traffic regulations.
We understand that, and looking at the data analysis and looking at other areas that have these same kind of problems in the traffic volume or whatever, we are well within. That's usually around 1,000 cars a day within the same circumstances that would, and we are well within that realm.
Okay.
So we definitely thank you.
Thank you, we'll look at that. Thank you. I'll move to close the meeting.
Second.
We have one more?
One more?
There should be a second one.
Second resolution?
No, a second speaker.
It's the same person. Oh, it's Patrick McGovern, I'm sorry. They look the same. Patrick and Patricia.
Yes.
That's why I thought they were the same.
I live on 142 St. James Avenue South also. I think if you went around the country, I believe you talk to safety directors on traffic and safety, you would probably have every single one of them say they have zero tolerance for violations. Mr. Crowley, or as I call him, the invisible man, seems to think percentages are acceptable. We do not. I would like to request that Mr. Crowley be terminated with the service to this community. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll move to close the meeting.
Second.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilman Warren?
Yes.
and Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.